y'all can hear the noise upstairs. This shit's blowing. But anyway, this quick video. Well, matter of fact, let me say hey first. Hi everyone. Peace. Oh my God. Just wanted to just give a real quick conversation on like mirrors and your aura, right? And mirrors, what is a mirror? We can look in the mirror and see a reflection of us. And the topic was to say how our mirrors are our relationships. Like how, I got gum, hold on. Okay, what I was saying was, relationships I've noticed and what I've learned are nothing more than a mirror of who we are, right? Especially when you and a person energetically connect. When you and a person energetically connect, you guys are in some way, shape, or form mirroring each other. And I say that to say, like, you know SZA's song where she's like, all that I know is mirrors inside of me. They recognize you. Please don't deny me. So that's a very like powerful thing. That's a very powerful like thing. Quote. Something in my eye. Hold on. That's a very powerful quote. Because it's like, all that I know is mirrors inside of me. They recognize you. The only reason why they recognize you is because you are looking at you through them. Right? And this could be your mother. This could be your father. This could be your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your brother, your sister. There are certain things that people do that remind us of us. Sometimes we like it, sometimes we don't. And those things we don't like is the things we need, I personally feel like we need to heal within ourselves. Like, let's say you meet a partner who you know is good for you in some way, shape, or form, but they have a little bit of care in them, where they care a little more than you do, and you take it as a threat. You get offensive and defensive, thinking that someone's trying to take your space or trying to evade you or something like that, either because of what you've been through or either because internally you tried to portray this caring trait to someone and someone didn't reciprocate that back, right? And it's a lot of things. It doesn't even have to be as sweet and simple as that. It could be like as aggressiveness. You might like that somebody is super aggressive, into the average eye, that's negative. But someone that's aggressive, for some reason that turns you on, you like that. And that's a part of you because there's an aggression inside of you. You may show it, you may not show it. But pay attention to what people do that you're close with that really grind your gears. And ask yourself, is that something that you do? Is that something that that you're suppressing, right? So all that I know is mirrors inside of me. They recognize you. Please don't when we meet that perfect mirror, like sometimes I made a video that I didn't post, but it was talking about like the same thing. Like when we have a mirror and we're mirroring somebody that we're really close with, and it's like, dang, I feel like I'm talking to myself. I feel like I'm vibing, like we click and we get, this is everything. Everything is everything. Everything is everything. And when it says, the mirrors inside me recognize you, please do not deny me. Keyword, do not deny me. You feel me? For you to deny me is me denying myself. You are me, I am you. You know what I'm saying? But I think that because people lack awareness within their own self, who they are, and what it is that they're looking for, and just so self-sabotaging and things like that, I feel like people miss out on the perfect opportunity for real happiness with people, as in friendships, relationships, anything along those lines. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, and some people, and here's the thing about relationships, they aren't meant to last forever a lot of times. Now, if they do last, if they do go through the test of time, that just goes to show you that you've met your match. You've met your mirror. And sometimes there's no perfect person, right? Like there are traits in yourself that you might see in your mother. Traits in your mother that you see in yourself. Traits in your father you see in yourself. You know, and we're all just kind of in this thing where we're just looking at ourselves in this world. Like if you're energetically in some shape or form connected to an individual, it is because you are them. I don't know. It's really weird to me how it works. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, what do you mean I'm a mirror? What do you mean we're mirroring each other? Like, you are. And that's why certain manipulation tactics, when you mirror a person that you're trying to get comfortable with, that is when you gain their trust, because you're reminding them of themselves, even though people subconsciously aren't aware of the things they do. But if you start to do the things they do consciously, you can, attract a certain person. But I want to get too much into that, because that's really you sabotaging something that wasn't meant for you in the first place. Because if it was meant for you, it would have just flowed. But there are certain things that must be tweaked in life. I think that in relationships, there has to be a form of compromise. Now, you have to compromise if you want things to work. There are certain things we may not like. There are certain things we may like. And you shouldn't compromise. What shouldn't be compromised in relationships, whether that be friendships, partnerships, companion, whatever type of ship you own, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't compromise something that's lifelong. I learned this from, I don't know her name, but I'll tag the video. I love this psychologist. Don't compromise lifelong goals for somebody. Like, okay, if it's something you want in the future and you would like this person to be a part of it, you need to state that. You know what I'm saying? Like, to see if you guys are on the same page, because that's something you're not willing to compromise. Like, oh, for example, I want to get married on the beach. You know what I'm saying? And if that person is like not into marriage or getting married on the beach, then, well, let's cut off the beach. If you can't compromise on the marriage part, you might not need to be with that person, because that is your end result, and that's something you're not going to get from that person. You know what I'm saying? So be careful out here when you're dating. Like, literally, I'm single, but I've been through my relationships, and I kind of just learned a lot from being in my relationships, and just noticing certain things about myself. Like, it's not going to get to my personal business, but yeah. So relationships are mirrors. I love that song by SZA and Ty Dolla $ign. That song just makes me so emotional, because that part is real true. Like, they recognize you. Please don't deny me. It's like, I see you. You see me. Why you running? Sometimes we run. If you run from something you know is good for you, you're running from yourself. You're running from the things of you're running from the things you don't like about yourself, that the other person is okay with, between them and you. You know what I'm saying? So, people gotta wake up. People be missing their blessings out here, period. You know what I'm saying? Even I can say that I maybe miss my blessings, but what's for me will always be for me. What's for you will always be for you. All right? So, I want to do live videos, but I don't have much subscribers, Gotta get a little more subscriptions going on in here so we can, click the live, watch the live, click that like button for, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get into that. Next, we're going to talk about auras. Video by Dolo the Pilot Man. I'm always watching him, either him or True Brilliance or some tarot readers. True Brilliance and Dolo, period, smack dab, know what they be talking about. But aura. Your aura, it follows you around. You know how, like, in video games, there's a force field? Well, this is your constant force field, right? And it may not even be a force field. You may not even be able to protect yourself with your aura. And when your aura is badly in a bad spot, people can sense that on you. They may not be able to quite put their finger on it because they don't know what you're doing behind closed doors, but you're going to be met with some kind of energy that you may be confused as to why people treat you the way they treat you. Why people be, you know what I'm saying? If you treat yourself like you're a beautiful person behind closed doors and you're like adored by how you look in the mirror, you're like, I'm beautiful, I'm this, that, and third. When you go outside, people are going to speak that to you naturally. You're going to get, even if it, people are going to think you're beautiful. People are going to think you're gorgeous because you love you. You're at home doing it with yourself, right? Let's say you talk bad about yourself, you know what I'm saying? Then outside in public, people are going to have resistance about you. You might be confused, like, damn, why people be treating me like that? I'm just done. Why? Because what are you doing behind closed doors? You probably beating yourself up, telling yourself you ain't about nothing. I'm so stupid. I'm so dumb. I'm this, that, and the third. Like, don't do that. Be nice to yourself. Another thing, like, if you're, like, overly sexual or something like that, and you at home, like, getting it, you know what I'm saying? You busting the seeds. You know what I'm saying? You dripping the ocean and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You might attract a lot of sexual energy, a lot of sexual vampire, a lot of sexual things come to you. Like, ooh, wow. You know what I'm saying? Because you might be like, ooh, why are you going to be like that? I'm not like that. I'm not this. I'm not that. Wait a minute. Child, if it's extreme, you probably at home doing some freaky stuff. But you're not thinking that shit's going to come outside. Can I curse? But you probably not thinking that you can, you know, that's gonna affect you outside, right? So now please. That shit attracts energy. So your aura, be careful about your aura. Like, if you gotta be careful. And even to that extent, if it's something you do behind closed doors, if there's something that you do behind closed doors that you enjoy doing, that brings you peace and comfort, then you go outside and you recognize how that comes back to you, you know. In a sense, you just kind of have to take what comes with it. So be careful what you do with your aura, how you treat yourself when you're by yourself, because, or how you treat, or how you, if you grimy behind closed doors, you plotting and all that stuff behind closed doors, oh, bet and believe people are gonna sense that on you, not gonna trust you. Maybe I'm confused why you ain't even said nothing. People pick up on it. People pick up on vibes. The energy does not lie. People think that this is some mumbo jumbo. If you out here and you're caught up in your own dogma of some sort, like, understand that energy doesn't lie. Spiritual realm, all that stuff is vast, and it is real, and it is out here. Okay? Very much so out here. That's why I just don't get why people can't, you know, see this. Like, can't open their arms and heart up to this. Some people just in their own bubble, in their own box, and you can't judge them. You know, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm chilling right now. Yeah, the mirror, you know, and I encourage, if you really are self-conscious, feel some kind of way about yourself, anything like that, just even if you ain't, even if you know you good, go in the mirror and love yourself. Give yourself a hug. You know what I'm saying? When you truly love yourself, you won't allow someone to not love you. That's the key to loving yourself. I had a friend who, and me and him was talking one time a few years ago about love, like self-love. What is that? We always talk about self-love and, like, you know, what that means. But truly, to love yourself, if you love yourself, you wouldn't allow someone to hurt you in certain ways, you know. You got to just pay attention to that, you know what I'm saying?